on the previous episode of Talk That Talk. Done to us, so it should be done to you because that's what made us quote unquote hard, right? So, but a lot of people will say, well, if we do that, then if we take a lot of that away, then the kids will be soft. So, what exactly do you all think that means? What does that mean to be quote unquote soft? Anybody can go with that one.
If I'll go first. I mean, I think for every person that's marching in the 2000s, I mean, in my opinion, the 90s and the 2000s were the golden age for band. From what I've seen, of course, 80s on. But as like I've stated on the show before, we're tribal people, so we operate from the perspective of rite of passage. So if you didn't go through it the way I did, well, you technically don't deserve this same award or reward or whatever the case may be. When you speak about soft, honestly, those people only speak about it from a hazing aspect of possibly getting in the cut, because it's many people that I've seen that can outplay people, but they was like, you gonna come through it like this. Well, if you already have the advantage, if the marching band is a musical ensemble and you're literally outplaying, and you're outplaying the people, then what's the point? Like, what's the point of quote unquote coming through this said way when the purpose is making the musician better, to disciplining yourself to enter this type of culture for this type of band for whatever school that may be. If that person has that own self-discipline, that own self-drive to do those things, then what are we talking about, bro? Like, I think when I was coming in, I had that mindset too. Well, you gotta come in like this and you gotta be like that. But as I've gotten older, man, that ain't true. Can this person play their horn? Can they play their drums? Okay. Are they on time? Okay. Because a lot of the times, the same people that's saying, oh, they got to come in this way, they be the ones who late for practice. They be the ones who in our PV words, be shaming. They be the same ones that take it for granted after they quote unquote came in right. So I mean, the only time we talk about soft is from the physical aspect. They didn't run like us. They didn't do push-ups like us. But if you compare that band to them, if that band was better, well, they did their job.
I like to tag in. I think a lot of it is a misidentification of a lack of skills. Mm. Like, we don't properly diagnose what's wrong. So if a band is not marching to a certain caliber, we think that it's a physical lack when it might be an instructional lack. It might be we haven't broken down the fundamentals of marching in a way that is received by the masses. As a teacher, I was always taught, if your whole class is failing, then you the problem. And so that doesn't mean me, the failing teacher, I gave out a bunch of F's and I say, well, I did my job. Yeah, did you? And how effective were you in doing your job? And when it comes to, I completely identify with that, Quan. I came from the middle of nowhere. I didn't come from a marching band world, but I was taught how to play. My band directors were real big on, you need to know how to play. You can learn anything else after you know how to play. And it's true. And I think I had a problem in my mind with someone trying to convince me that I needed to get my butt beat when I was smoking you. It's like, I don't care if I'm a freshman or not. I'm like, well, did it make you play better? And, from the sound of it, no. So how is this benefiting? And when we talk about the new generation, they're a little bit more like that on a norm. Like, they're quick to question. Even my son, he'll question something in an old school. He might got his face knocked off, but he's not coming from a disrespectful realm. He's trying to understand how it connects. This generation is always trying to connect information to something else.